I do believe that there's a very high degree of congressional gridlock, and that much of the legislation which the country badly needs is stalled. I would also add that I think to a significant level it reflects some of the fundamental differences that exist within our country, and the consequences that Congress is not necessarily unique in this, but society at large has some issues that we simply have not been able to work through, and the political process is not much better.
We've mentioned it earlier, and I'm going to take up on a point that he raised. There's two kinds of issues that we face. There's the social, ideological, pure type of issue, and then there's kind of making the trains run on time issue. Things like the transportation bill, the farm bill, the armed services bill, things like that. We're having trouble doing those, and there's no reason there should be. There is nothing that can't be compromised out of that. Now, you want me to compromise on somebody to do an abortion bill, or somebody to do a gun rights bill, or a gay marriage bill? Those are going to be tough, and you're going to have, because you got very fundamental, maybe even religious-based beliefs, they're cultural-based beliefs. Those are tough to compromise on. But you know, whether it's health care, the military, the budget, those aren't. If there's pieces of it that you need to take out, we'll take them out because they affect that, but then you go ahead and make a deal on the rest of it. And I think what's got me more discouraged than anything is watching colleagues of ours who now have ceased to function. I mean, just plain ceased to function, because they have somehow drawn into the perception that every single issue they bring before them is one of these ideological issues. And they aren't. And you can go to the foundation of this country. We did not write a constitution with the mechanisms it has in it for the legislative branch and then three branches, the executive and the judicial, and expect to get black and white answers.
If you think you have the tenacity to form a party, go for it. But also read history and look at what's happened with third-party efforts over the decades in our country. And if you see a better way, maybe it's possible for you to become the nucleus of a movement in one of the existing parties and actually move that existing party to something that you feel is more responsible and more palatable.
Well, heck, I can get a student loan and I don't have to go to work. I can just pay for my rent and pay for my classes and just have a good time until I graduate from college, and then I'll get a job and pay it off. And somehow we've eliminated from that decision-making process the fact that, why don't you think about the student loan you're going to get and decide, is the job that I want to get capable of paying that loan off in a reasonable time period? You know, is it going to be a $100,000 student loan and I'm going to be a doctor? Okay, I can probably pay that off. Is it going to be a $100,000 loan and I'm going to be an art curator? Maybe not.
Journalist.
Or I'm going to be a journalist, or I'm going to be a a social worker. Now, not that those are bad professions at all, but what has happened because of the ease, in my opinion, of getting student loans, we have got people that quit making the economic decision. I mean, my kids all graduated from college and they had student loans. Every one of them. I mean, I said, I'm not going to pay for all of it. You're going to pay for part of it because I want you invested in it. And they all had about $15,000 each one of them when they graduated, and they got it paid off. They're long enough out of